Am I Enough by Grace Valentine.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Carson, and I'm here to tell you about one of my favorite books called Am I Enough by Grace Valentine. This book is about multiple lies that she puts in the story, and she basically goes into the topics of you are beautiful because a guy told you so, love must be earned, you should forget your past, you will never be enough, and more. These are the lies she goes into and much more. This book is about the author's testimony. It's a book that is inspirational but also has a lot of Christian elements in it, but also tells her testimony at the same time. It's also a book that helps you embrace the truth about who you are. And some of the topics are when your smile is broken, stop friend zoning God, strong enough, through Jesus' eyes, and many more topics about guys, self-worth, and trials. I really like this book because it's written by a girl who is in our generation. She's in her early 20s, and she knows what our generation struggles with. She gets the view of what we are getting right now, and she goes into topics that I've even experienced, such as feeling like I'm not pretty enough, feeling like I'm constantly told that I am just a burden to people's lives. She goes into each topic that I've struggled with, and she goes into how the world is such a toxic place, and she tells us what Jesus' view is on the world, and she tells us what God's view is on each one of the topics, and the world's view and her view. Then if you really like a Christian inspiring book, I think that Am I Enough is a great book. It tells you about topics that a lot of people don't go into because they're so hard to go into, but this book explains them perfectly. I think this is a great book for teens, young adults, and even adults, because even adults struggle with the topics of feeling like they're not enough, and I think she explains it wonderfully. And this is the book. It says, am I pretty enough? Am I smart enough? Am I successful enough? Am I good enough? And it says, am I enough? It has each one of those crossed out because it asks, am I enough? And it's embracing the truth about who you are. And then it says on the back, young women today are constantly told they are not enough for this world, but not pretty enough, not smart enough, not exciting enough, not spiritual enough, and just not plain good enough. The garbage is constant, the consequences are real, the damage often feels permanent. As a young woman herself, Grace Valentine, she has felt pressure to trying to survive in this toxic world. So as each of us, we have trouble surviving this toxic world. There are things that go on where we feel like we can't handle it, but this book goes into each topic that I think most of us teens have dealt with, and I think this book is a great book for each one of y'all, and I think you should read it.